Okay, this is the daily review for Friday, November 4th, 2022. Starting at the daily chart, I noticed yesterday on Thursday that the daily candle closed solidly below the previous week's low, and we have this gap or imbalance above that daily high. And I thought we might reach up into this area where it would rebalance this range here from Wednesday to Thursday. And there proved to be a really nice short that I missed, and I just want to review that really quickly. It was NFP day, and so I was kind of on the fence to begin with, unless I got a super clean setup, and I did not get a super clean setup at first, and then I kind of tuned out, which was a mistake. And clearly, we have the low combined with this order block or supply, and price dug up into it a couple of times and had what I would call just a very tradable reaction here, which would have been great for a day trade. And on the 1 hour, it's kind of messy. The Friday Asian range, we spiked the low for non-farm payroll news announcement, then kind of pushed up aggressively, created some wicks on both sides, and then just sort of meandered in the middle here, more or less. And didn't kind of get the bullish reaction that we got on other foreign currencies like euro and Aussie dollar, which I was expecting to see. And so the fact that we didn't get that was kind of a surprise, which is why I kind of didn't want to short, because I was expecting this to maybe go higher, but the short setup was very much valid. On the 15-minute Asia range, price breaks out early London, comes back in, rallies, but just sort of consolidates here until the news and net release, spikes all the liquidity at the low, and rallies sharply up, comes back down aggressively, and at this point it's almost 10 a.m. New York time. The setup was a failure above this swing high here, really clean on the 5-minute chart, took the liquidity here, aggressive move back down, left a fair value gap here. So even just on the 5-minute chart alone, this would have been a phenomenal trade for Friday. And then if we look down on all the time frames, the 3-minute, we have the gap. On the 2-minute, we have the gap. On the 1-minute, we also have the gap. So we can see a few. So on all time frames, we get the displacement. It's more or less a range bound day. So that's what happened on Friday. That was the mistrade that you just gotta stay alert for. After it, I think at this point in time, it just looked like nothing was really gonna set up. Right around here, it was going. It's down. It's up. It's down. And I think the fact that it was Friday on non-farm payroll, I kind of tuned it out. But I need to remind myself for next time that hey, it's not even 11 o'clock yet, New York time, or it's barely into it. At least keep an eye open until that point in time. Maybe set an alert once we get this swing high in, or set an alert down here. I also tried to get in. I never got an opportunity. I saw this 3 drive pattern, 1, 2, 3, lower low, towards the end of the day. So I've noticed that a lot of times when the market drifts towards there, it almost looks like it's definitely going to take this low. But when you get the 3 drives pattern before it, oftentimes it will do a U-turn like this. So when I saw this imbalance here, I had a pending order. It just never came down into it. I also like that just on all the time frames. 5-minute, it wasn't as clean, but for me, I would have taken it just because I liked the pattern, and I liked that we were kind of in a range bound day and we were at the bottom of the range. So I didn't get it, but that's okay. That's what happens. On Friday, on non-farm payroll, I have low expectations to actually get involved. I want to be only trading something that looks really, really perfect, which I think this qualifies. But if I don't see it, I can't take it. So the lesson is just to stay alert a little bit later on to the session, even if it looks a little ugly earlier on. You never know when something could set up. So that's the lesson from Friday, and we'll look forward to next week.